Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm excited to introduce our presentation titled Masonic Audiobook Library, The Visible Side of Freemasonry. Today, we'll explore the public rituals and symbols that reveal the fascinating world of Freemasonry. We'll also discuss how these elements are experienced and understood by the wider community. So, let's dive into this intriguing journey and uncover the meanings behind these visible signs. Today, we'll be exploring the main topics covered in this presentation. First, we'll look at the introduction to Freemasonry, understanding its origins and fundamental principles. Then, we'll delve into public rituals in Freemasonry, which are often misunderstood but play a key role in its traditions. Next, we'll examine the symbols of Freemasonry, symbols that carry deep meanings and connect members worldwide. We'll also explore the aesthetic elements that define Masonic spaces and rituals, creating a distinct atmosphere. After that, we'll consider how Freemasonry is perceived publicly and address common misconceptions. Moving forward, we'll discuss how Freemasonry engages with communities and contributes to society. We'll then look at international variations, highlighting how Freemasonry adapts across different cultures and countries. Finally, we'll consider the future of Freemasonry, discussing potential developments and its ongoing relevance. All these points come together to give us a comprehensive view of this fascinating organization. Welcome to our introduction to Freemasonry. In this section, we'll explore some key points to help you understand what Freemasonry truly is. It's a fraternity with a long history, dating back hundreds of years, and it has played a significant role in shaping social and cultural values. Freemasonry is often seen as a brotherhood focused on moral development, charity, and personal growth. At its core, Freemasonry is about bringing people together to pursue these ideals, regardless of their background or beliefs. Members are encouraged to seek truth, practice integrity, and contribute positively to society. Throughout this presentation, we'll see how these principles connect to the larger themes of community, morality, and personal transformation. So, as we go through this, keep in mind that Freemasonry is much more than just a historical organization. It's a living tradition that continues to influence many aspects of our lives today. Let's take a closer look at the overview of Freemasonry. It all started in the late 16th to early 17th century, evolving from local stonemasons' guilds. Over time, it grew into a global fraternal organization that places a strong emphasis on moral integrity, charity, and community involvement. These roots highlight how Freemasonry has always been about more than just craftsmanship. It's about building character and supporting society. Moving on to core beliefs and values, Freemasonry centers around brotherhood, morality, charity, and personal growth. These principles are not just abstract ideas. They are expressed through rituals and symbols that encourage ethical behavior and mutual support among members. It's about fostering a sense of moral responsibility and helping each other become better individuals. Finally, let's consider how Freemasonry is organized. It has a hierarchical structure, including lodges, districts, and grand lodges. Each level plays a specific role in governance, conducting rituals, and engaging in community outreach. This layered organization helps ensure that the principles of Freemasonry are upheld consistently and effectively across different regions and communities. By understanding these aspects, we see how Freemasonry combines historical tradition, shared values, and structured organization to create a meaningful and impactful brotherhood that aligns with our overall theme of building community and character. Let's talk about the importance of public perception when it comes to Freemasonry. As you can see, the exploration of rituals and symbols plays a crucial role here. Freemasonry's public rituals and symbols are more than just tradition. They help shape how society understands the organization. This influences perceptions of secrecy, which can be viewed both positively and negatively, and also fosters a sense of community. Ultimately, these perceptions can impact the reputation and relevance of Freemasonry in our modern culture. At the same time, these rituals and symbols serve a deeper purpose. They are designed to convey moral lessons, promote fellowship among members, and establish a strong sense of identity. By doing so, They invite the broader public to gain a better understanding and appreciation of Freemasonry's long-standing traditions and core values. This slide ties into the overall theme of the presentation by highlighting how public perception, shaped through rituals and symbols, affects the organization's place in society today. Understanding this dynamic is key to appreciating both the historical significance and contemporary relevance of Freemasonry. Let's take a closer look at public rituals in Freemasonry. These rituals are a vital part of the organization, serving as both a tradition and a means of teaching moral lessons. They are performed in a way that is open to the public, which helps to promote transparency and community engagement. The key point here is that these rituals are designed to convey important values like brotherhood, integrity, and charity in a way that is accessible to everyone. By observing these public ceremonies, the community can better understand what Freemasonry stands for, and it also helps to demystify some of the organization's practices. These rituals are not just about tradition. They reinforce the moral and ethical principles that Freemasons strive to uphold in their daily lives. Connecting this to our overall theme, these public rituals show how Freemasonry seeks to foster a sense of unity and shared purpose, not just within the organization, but also with the broader society. Let's explore the role of rituals in Freemasonry. First, what exactly are rituals? Well, they are structured, symbolic ceremonies that serve to convey core values and teachings. These rituals are more than just formalities. They help foster a sense of community, build identity, and ensure continuity among members. At the same time, they emphasize moral lessons and encourage personal growth, which are central to the Masonic journey. Now, why are these rituals so important? Public rituals, in particular, play a vital role in reinforcing the bonds between members and the community. They serve as a powerful way to impart moral lessons in a memorable and meaningful way. Additionally, these ceremonies are crucial for engaging new members, helping them understand and embrace the principles of brotherhood, enlightenment, and social responsibility that define Freemasonry. So, in essence, rituals are the heart of Freemasonry. They connect members through shared symbolism and purpose, guiding personal development while strengthening the collective spirit of the fraternity. Initiation ceremonies in Freemasonry are truly symbolic of personal transformation. They emphasize core values like morals, fraternity, and the pursuit of knowledge. These ceremonies mark a significant entry point into the Masonic community, symbolizing a new beginning and commitment. Moving on, installations and celebrations play a vital role in the organization. They serve to publicly affirm leadership changes and to commemorate important milestones. These events help reinforce the bonds among members and highlight shared values. Lastly, funerary rituals are an essential part of Masonic tradition. They honor our deceased members in a symbolic way, emphasizing the continuity of brotherhood and the belief in an afterlife. These rituals reinforce the enduring values of camaraderie and remembrance that are central to Freemasonry. All of these rituals, initiation, installation, and funerary, are key public expressions of our principles and community spirit. Let's take a closer look at some of the symbols of Freemasonry. These symbols are more than just images. They carry deep meanings and represent core principles of the fraternity. For instance, the square and compasses are probably the most recognizable symbols. The square symbolizes morality and virtue, reminding us to square our actions with honesty and integrity. The compasses represent boundaries and self-control, guiding us to keep our passions within moral limits. Together, they illustrate the balance between our moral duties and personal growth. Another key symbol is the all-seeing eye, which signifies divine watchfulness and enlightenment. It reminds members that higher powers are always observing and guiding us toward truth and wisdom. The level and plumb rule are also important. They symbolize fairness and uprightness, encouraging us to act justly in our daily lives. These symbols serve as visual representations of the values and teachings of Freemasonry. They connect members to a rich tradition of moral development and spiritual insight. Throughout this journey, these symbols reinforce the ideas of brotherhood, truth, and self-improvement that are central to our overall theme. Let's take a moment to understand the concept of symbols in Freemasonry. Symbols are not just decorative. They hold deep meaning and serve as essential tools for teaching moral lessons. They help foster a sense of unity among members and play a crucial role in preserving our traditions. By using symbols, Freemasonry allows members to connect with profound philosophical ideas and shared communal values. Furthermore, symbolic language is a key aspect of how we communicate these deeper lessons. Rituals and symbols work together to promote personal growth and strengthen the bonds within the community. They help us reflect on our moral and ethical principles in a way that's both meaningful and memorable. Ultimately, symbols and their language are central to our practice. They bridge the gap between tradition and personal development, guiding us toward a better understanding of ourselves and each other. Let's take a closer look at some of the most common Masonic symbols and what they represent. First, we have the square and compass. These symbols are really central to Freemasonry. The square stands for virtue and moral integrity, reminding us to live upright lives. The compass, on the other hand, emphasizes the importance of keeping our actions within proper bounds, guiding us spiritually. Together, they symbolize moral and spiritual guidance, which is a cornerstone of Masonic teachings. Next, there's the all-seeing eye. This symbol represents divine watchfulness and guidance. It's a powerful reminder that a higher power is always observing, ensuring that we stay true to our morals and responsibilities. It reflects the belief in moral accountability and the idea that our actions are being watched and judged by a higher, divine presence. And then we have the pillars of Bose and Jachin. These pillars symbolize strength and establishment. They represent stability and order, which are essential in building a solid foundation both in Freemasonry and in life. They also highlight the dual nature of balance, strength and beauty, knowledge and stability, that we must strive for in our personal journeys. All these symbols connect to the broader themes of morality, divine guidance, stability, and balance that underpin Masonic philosophy. Let's take a closer look at the aesthetic elements of Freemasonry. These elements are not just about appearance. They carry deep symbolic meanings and reflect the core values of the craft. For example, the use of specific symbols, colors, and architectural motifs are intentionally chosen to inspire reflection and moral development. They serve as visual cues that remind members of the principles of brotherhood, integrity, and enlightenment. Throughout history, these aesthetic features have helped create a sense of mystery and reverence, connecting members to a tradition that spans centuries. Understanding these elements enriches our appreciation of Freemasonry's broader goal, cultivating moral character through symbolic and aesthetic expression. Let's take a closer look at Masonic regalia, starting with aprons and sashes. These items are more than just clothing. They symbolize rank and dedication within the fraternity. Each design is distinct, reflecting not only the individual's role or degree, but also serving as a visual marker of their journey and commitments. The ritualistic significance of these garments adds a layer of meaning that deepens the sense of belonging and purpose. Moving on to jewelry and emblems, these are powerful symbols of allegiance and identity. They serve as a bridge between tradition and personal expression, allowing members to showcase their values and dedication. The intricate designs often represent core principles like brotherhood, wisdom, and morality, making each piece a meaningful emblem of the members' beliefs and connections. Finally, Masonic regalia as a whole is a rich tapestry of symbols that reinforce the values and hierarchy of the fraternity. Together, these elements, aprons, sashes, jewelry, and emblems, help communicate the deeper meanings behind Freemasonry, tying the ritualistic practices to personal identity and shared ideals. Now, let's explore how Masonic temples embody artistic harmony. These structures are more than just buildings. They feature symbolic architecture and intricate designs that reflect core Masonic values. This design approach helps foster a strong sense of community and spiritual connection among members. Moving on to the art within these temples, you'll notice that symbolic artworks play a crucial role. They embody philosophical concepts through detailed designs, often using geometric forms, colors, and motifs. These elements are carefully chosen to convey deeper meanings related to morality, enlightenment, and spiritual growth. Altogether, these artistic and architectural features create a space that not only celebrates Masonic principles, but also inspires reflection and unity among those who gather there. Let's take a closer look at Freemasonry and how it's perceived by the public. Throughout history, Freemasonry has often been surrounded by mystery and intrigue, which has shaped public perceptions in many ways. Some see it as a noble fraternity dedicated to personal development and charity, while others have viewed it with suspicion or even fear, often fueled by conspiracy theories. It's important to recognize that these perceptions can be influenced by cultural, political, and social factors, and they don't always reflect the reality of what Freemasonry stands for or its values. Understanding this helps us see the broader context of how secret societies are viewed in society, and how they can sometimes be misunderstood or misrepresented. Ultimately, the way Freemasonry is perceived affects not just the members, but also how the organization communicates its purpose and values to the public. This connection to the overall theme of transparency and public image is really crucial in understanding the ongoing dialogue around secret societies today. Let's talk about some of the myths and misconceptions surrounding Freemasonry. You might often hear that it's a secret society, and that leads to a lot of misunderstandings about what we actually do. In reality, many of our rituals and symbols are designed for personal growth and community service, not secrecy for its own sake. Another common issue is conspiracy theories. Because Freemasonry has a history of secrecy, it sometimes gets caught up in rumors and myths that aren't based in fact. But if we focus on our core values, brotherhood and charity, we can help clear up these misconceptions. By sharing what Freemasonry truly stands for, we can improve how the public perceives us. It's really about fostering understanding and trust, and showing that our goals are about building better individuals and communities. Let's talk about how Freemasonry is represented in popular culture. Often, you'll see movies, books, and media emphasizing themes of secrecy and power when they depict Freemasonry. These portrayals tend to shape how the public perceives the society, sometimes sparking curiosity about its rituals and symbols. It's interesting to see how these dramatized images influence our understanding, sometimes more than historical facts. Moving on to documentaries and literature, these sources can present Freemasonry in quite different lights. Some portray it as a secretive society shrouded in mystery, while others highlight its role as a moral and philanthropic organization. These portrayals can sway public opinion, either through sensational stories that emphasize secrecy or through narratives that focus on its charitable contributions and moral values. Both of these representations, popular culture and media, play a significant role in shaping the overall perception of Freemasonry today. They connect to our broader discussion about how society views secret societies and their influence, whether real or perceived. Now, let's take a closer look at Freemasonry's community engagement. Freemasonry has a long-standing tradition of giving back to the community and making a positive impact. This isn't just about secret rituals or private gatherings. It's about actively contributing to society. Freemasons often participate in charitable activities, support local initiatives, and promote values like charity, brotherhood, and service. These efforts help strengthen communities and foster a sense of unity and purpose among members. What's really important here is how this community engagement ties into the broader theme of Freemasonry's role in society. It shows that beyond the rituals and symbols, Freemasonry is fundamentally about building better individuals who, in turn, contribute to a better world. Their community work exemplifies their core principles in action, emphasizing that the true power of Freemasonry lies in its ability to inspire positive change both within and outside the organization. Let's talk about philanthropy and action within Freemasonry. As we've seen, Freemasonry actively engages in giving back to society through various means. This includes community service, educational initiatives, and supporting different charities. It's really a demonstration of their strong commitment to making society better and showing altruism in real, tangible ways. When we look at community service initiatives, they play a vital role in enhancing local well-being. Freemasonry members organize charity drives, run youth programs, and support those who are underprivileged. These efforts clearly exemplify their dedication to the public good and improving society at large. Overall, these charitable activities highlight how Freemasonry puts its values into action, helping others, fostering community, and demonstrating genuine care and responsibility. It's a powerful reminder that philanthropy isn't just a concept, but something they actively practice to make a difference. Let's talk about some of the ways Freemasonry engages with the broader community. First, we have open days and tour. These events are a fantastic opportunity for the public to step inside Masonic lodges, to see what we do and how we do it. They help foster transparency and demystify some of the rituals that might seem mysterious from the outside. It's also a chance for us to build community connections by sharing our values and traditions in an open, friendly setting. Next, we participate actively in civic events. This isn't just about showing up. It's about fostering strong community ties, improving how we're perceived by the public, and demonstrating our genuine commitment to civic responsibility. Through charitable initiatives and community service, Freemasonry aims to be a positive force, contributing meaningfully to society. Overall, these activities, open days and civic participation, align with our core theme of transparency, community engagement, and service. They help us build trust and showcase our commitment to making a difference beyond our lodges. Let's take a look at slide 21, which focuses on the international variations of Freemasonry. As we've seen, Freemasonry isn't a single, uniform organization. Instead, it has developed differently around the world. Each country or region has its own unique traditions, rituals, and organizational structures that reflect local culture and history. For example, in some countries, Freemasonry is deeply intertwined with national identity, while in others, it maintains a more discreet presence. These variations highlight the adaptability and diversity of Freemasonry as a global fraternity. Understanding these differences helps us appreciate how Freemasonry has evolved across different societies, yet still maintains core principles of brotherhood, moral development, and personal growth. This international perspective really enriches our overall understanding of its role and influence worldwide. Let's take a closer look at some of the different Masonic practices around the world. First, focusing on the Anglo-American traditions, which are quite influential. These traditions emphasize core principles like democracy, community service, and transparency in rituals. You'll notice that their symbols, such as the square and compasses, are more than just emblems. They promote moral integrity and a sense of brotherhood among members. It's really about fostering ethical behavior and unity. Now, moving on to European variants of Freemasonry. These often have their own unique rituals, symbols, and traditions that reflect regional histories and cultural customs. Despite these differences, they all share the same fundamental values of brotherhood and enlightenment. So, whether in America or Europe, the core ideals remain consistent, even as the practices adapt to local contexts. This diversity highlights how Freemasonry can unify people through shared values while respecting regional identities. Let's take a closer look at how Freemasonry manifests around the world. As you can see, the symbols and rituals can differ quite a bit from country to country, reflecting the unique cultural influences of each region. Despite these differences, the core principles of brotherhood and moral teachings are consistently maintained across all practices. This highlights an important point. While the external expressions of Freemasonry may vary, the fundamental values remain the same. Cultural influences shape how rituals are performed and how symbols are interpreted, leading to a rich diversity in Masonic traditions globally. Regional traditions, local beliefs, and societal values all play a significant role in shaping these variations. When we compare different regions, we see that these influences create distinct yet interconnected practices. So, even though practices may look different on the surface, they all serve the same overarching purpose: building bonds of brotherhood and promoting moral development. This diversity really underscores the universal yet adaptable nature of Freemasonry, which is a key part of its enduring appeal worldwide. Let's now turn our attention to the future of Freemasonry. As we look ahead, it's clear that this ancient fraternity continues to evolve while holding on to its core principles. The future will likely see a greater emphasis on adaptability and inclusivity, ensuring that Freemasonry remains relevant in a rapidly changing world. Technological advancements will play a significant role, enabling more connectedness among members across the globe and opening new avenues for education and community service. At the same time, maintaining the integrity of our traditions and values is crucial to preserve the unique spirit that defines Freemasonry. Overall, the future of Freemasonry hinges on balancing tradition with innovation, fostering unity among members, and strengthening our commitment to personal development and societal betterment. This ongoing evolution is vital to ensure that Freemasonry continues to thrive and inspire future generations. Now, let's talk about how Freemasonry is evolving with modern adaptations. One of the key areas is evolving rituals. As society changes, our rituals are also adapting to better reflect contemporary values, making them more relevant today. At the same time, we are focusing heavily on inclusivity and diversity. This means opening our doors wider to people from all backgrounds, ensuring that everyone feels welcome and valued within our community. Importantly, while these changes are happening, we're still maintaining the core traditional symbolism that gives Freemasonry its unique identity. This blend of tradition and modernity helps us stay meaningful in a rapidly changing society. Looking ahead, the future of Freemasonry is about embracing these principles, being inclusive, diverse, and community-oriented, so that we continue to grow and remain relevant for generations to come. As we look ahead, one of the biggest challenges Freemasonry faces is maintaining relevance in a rapidly changing world. To stay meaningful today, we need to engage with contemporary issues, adapt our public image, and promote inclusivity. At the same time, it's essential to hold on to our traditional values and continue fostering strong community connections. Another significant challenge is overcoming stigmas. There are misconceptions about what Freemasonry really stands for, and these can create barriers to understanding and acceptance. Addressing these misconceptions requires proactive public outreach, education, and transparent communication. By doing so, we can help dismantle stereotypes and build a more inclusive and appreciative view of our values and contributions. Both of these efforts are interconnected and vital for ensuring that Freemasonry remains a positive and relevant force in society. It's about balancing tradition with innovation and being open about who we are and what we stand for. All right, let's wrap things up with the conclusion. Throughout this presentation, we've explored the key concepts and strategies that are essential for understanding the topic. The most important takeaway is how these ideas connect to the bigger picture, helping us improve and innovate in our field. Remember, the core message is about applying these insights practically to make a real difference. I hope this has given you a clear understanding and inspired you to take the next steps. Thanks for your attention. Let's take a moment to review the key points we've discussed. First, rituals and symbols are very much the visible aspects of Freemasonry. They serve as accessible expressions that help people understand and become curious about what we do. More importantly, they reinforce the shared values and traditions that bind our community together. Moving on to the importance of public engagement, this is crucial for fostering a better understanding of Freemasonry within the wider community. When we engage publicly, we help demystify our practices and promote transparency. This openness not only enhances our positive image, but also encourages inclusivity, making our organization more welcoming and relatable to everyone. Connecting these ideas back to the overall theme, it's clear that both our rituals and symbols, along with active public engagement, play vital roles in building trust and understanding. They bridge the gap between us and society, ensuring that Freemasonry remains a respected and integral part of the community. Now, as we wrap up, I want to share some final thoughts on Freemasonry. Its legacy truly endures through its symbols and rituals, which have stood the test of time. These elements help foster a sense of brotherhood and promote moral development, values that continue to influence our society today. public rituals and symbols are particularly interesting because they invite curiosity. They serve as a window into Freemasonry's core principles and traditions, encouraging people to gain a deeper understanding. This openness can help promote meaningful dialogue and, importantly, help dismantle misconceptions that often surround the fraternity. Overall, the enduring symbols and practices not only preserve its rich history, but also continue to inspire ethical values and community spirit in our modern world. Thank you all for your attention today. I want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for your support and contributions to the Masonic Audiobook Library project. Your involvement has been truly invaluable in bringing this vision to life. As we look ahead to 2025, we are excited about the ongoing growth and impact of this library, providing accessible knowledge and fostering a sense of community. Your continued support is what makes this possible, and I deeply appreciate each and every one of you for being part of this journey. Thank you again for your dedication and commitment.